Well, hello. I was just testing the pause, and I'm seeing where one of my videos actually got 1,000 views. I was rather um, surprised, but I'm not keeping your attention. So today I'm going to try to make this shorter and keep your attention. I'm working on it. So today, this morning, early this morning, I was, doing my things I usually do, around 7:30, and I heard these helicopters. There was one zooming by low, and another one after a few minutes, and then it went on and on and on to not, it just stopped a little bit ago. So I thought, well, has the war started? What is it? And we do have a military base close to us. I thought, well, maybe they're just, doing practice or something, you know? And lo and behold, my husband took my little Shih Tzu outside to go potty. And he came back in and he said to me, "You better stay indoors." The helicopter just came by with sprayers on. And he said, well, they weren't on, but what they do is they turn them off, as they go back around and they come back around over a field. Usually, spraying pesticides and herbicides. Now, I don't know if any of you have been exposed to these kinds of things. I almost died from it. And I also lost my ability to breathe on my own forever. Never been able to get back to where I was after El Central, California, after 5 months of being in a place where they aerial sprayed every day. You could see the fog of this stuff going up to the top of telephone poles. And I was hospitalized for 5 days. And it's a horrible, I don't even, oh God, I don't want to even think about it. I don't know if any of you have been exposed to those things, but to this day, I am still highly allergic or sensitive to herbicides or pesticides. I run when I see any of that stuff. I'm in my filters right now and will be here for a while, hoping that whatever they've sprayed will have time to clear. So this is not pleasant. I don't think they should have the right to spray people poisons. Quite frankly, our agriculture is extremely toxic in every way. Now, a side note is that this year we're supposed to have a fertilizer problem. Again, another toxicity for, water and air and soil. I mean, uh, it's toxic. Agricultural areas don't get any more toxic. I've been able to live here, but I'm sick a lot, you know, uh, because they mostly grow hay. They hay. That's the main business here in this valley, which when they start haying, I have the worst time. I don't know what I'm going to do this year. But the thing is, what right do they have to spray these things upon us without our knowledge? No notice whatsoever. Hey, leave a note on the door or something. We're going to be spraying poison right in behind you. We just wanted to let you know because you might want to leave or stay in filtered air. You think that they should have to do that, but they don't. They don't. You're supposed to know, especially if you buy a house here, because I used to sell real estate. You have to sign a form. If you don't, that's bad. Your real estate agent should be aware of that form. That you're okay. You are in a farming community and you just have to live with them spraying poisons if they so choose. Now, with the grasses, a lot of people, they don't, a lot of horses around here, they, they don't want their horses sick. They don't want their horses and their cows and such eating poison. So I've been really lucky that way. I'm not exposed too much to pesticides and herbicides. But this is a real danger to animals, all life, and to humans. Um, it's fatal for humans too. For some of us, when I was hospitalized in El Centro, California, the doctor said she has to leave here or she will die. I wonder how many deaths there are annually in El Centro, California, or the Imperial Valley. Seriously. A lot of stomach problems. It seems like it gets people either in the respiratory. Just so you guys know, if you're exposed to this stuff, if you're getting bad stomach problems, or you're getting respiratory problems, and they're spraying around you, it's probably why. And have been highly allergic forever. I should not live in the Northwest. I really wish I could just go back to Las Vegas. Nice dry air, hardly any pollens, no spraying there. And I was in a lot of good air conditioned filtered air. But not to bore you here, I want to keep your attention. I'm working on it and I'm learning. So we have a problem here. What can we do about it? Seriously, what can we do about it? I have seen it on Facebook that somewhere that they've made it mandatory that they can't do that. They've got to inform you. I can't remember exactly what it said. I'm a senior, probably like the rest of you. Gosh, I got to double check me all the time. But that it's not okay that they spray people. There's got to be another way to farm that's not so toxic. Um, even the fertilizers, you're supposed to have a problem with that now because of what's going on. I don't know. I think we're at war. But it seems that way. Um, so there's a lot shortage of fertilizer. But you know what? You know what people could start using? And it also it turns soil. Those fertilizers turn soil into dirt, dead dirt. No organisms in that dirt. And so they have to keep using fertilizers. We have lots of cows. We have lots of sheep. We have lots of chickens. I don't know, probably could even use horse poo. And that could all certainly would be less toxic than spraying this poison around. Seriously, they could create soil again. And there are some farmers that are doing that. And it would be nice if it would become the mainstay. And I know there's a lot of you out there that are feeling the same way I am. I know there are those of you out there who have really been affected. If you live rural, you've been affected by these things because usually rural is agricultural of some kind. And even if you live in a city, you got these people out there getting their little sprayer thingy out there, spraying all the weeds, which are usually herbs. Dandelions. I love dandelions. I think they're beautiful. Don't bug me a bit. Anyway, they're out there spraying around, getting all the weeds. None of them would want to do the hard work of weeding, you know? And if you're around that, if I'm around that, I get really sick. I might end up in a hospital. Bug spray? Poison. Let's not use that stuff. Let's not. You know? So what are we going to do about this? There's got to be more of you out there that are affected by this. And how do we get it to change? I mean, if enough of us group together, I don't know, and petition that this not be done in our county or in our city or in our town, maybe it would change. I don't know. So that's my video. I hope I kept your attention. But we've really got a problem with this stuff. It's making people sick. And also we shouldn't be eating it. You know, I hope that you can afford. I do it. It's really hard. Something like vegetables are so expensive now. Can't can't do a garden anymore. My husband's way too old to get that rototiller out, and I can't be outside around here. Well, I'm drinking my a drink grass-fed adrenal um uh, uh, um oh boy, having a senior moment stuff, okay? I showed you what it was. I think it is helping me, so I hope it will continue to help me. That's my video today, and let me look at my note. Uh, I can't read my notes that good. Hey, I passed my driver's test. I went in because they wouldn't let me do it online. Thought I could get away with it online. I had to go in because I'm over 70 and get my driver's license. So I went in, you know, I I don't know why I went in. I'm losing it today. This video is going to end soon. Um, anyway, I went into the driver's license place because they said you have to make an appointment. Give me a break. This is a small town. So I waited in line. I got a number because they actually will take you. I said, I don't think I'm gonna um be able to. I might not pass the visual test, I told her. So I don't know if I want to do this today. She says, well, okay. She was so nice. Let's just give it a try. Let's just see. Passed. I passed. I, I'm up to, these are foster grants, multifocal something or another. And I'm up to there's only two more that I can go before probably, I don't know, I'm going to have to go to a vision doctor. And Medicare doesn't cover that stuff. That's all that extra. Medicare doesn't think you need teeth. Medicare doesn't think you need your vision. Yeah. So anyway, hope you're all doing well. I hope I kept your attention in a kind way. I hope I have kind people. I think there's a lot of kind people out there, boomers and Gen X, and I don't know if the younger people are going to watch me, but that's my video. Kind of let me know, what you think, what wasn't clear. I'm clearer in my sinuses today. I'm so grateful. The pollen, the tree pollens that usually end in April, I think they might be letting up a little bit. And that adrenal powder from Argentina, grass-fed, grass-finished, take that 3 or 4 times a day, double the dose. Okay. Love to you all. The world needs love. All of us need to practice more love and kindness. Signing out.